Greetings, PT. An honor again. Always delighted. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be like 30, 32, I think, today.
No,
So
that's warm. That's warm. Yes,
full
almost 40.
sun, no
Yes,
clouds, no traces in the sky.
yes,
So
yes.
it's good. It's good. The day is great. Okay, PT. Today we're going to go with the letter K. K for me is like a bit like a scissor. You're going to elaborate on it. It's a bit like a cut, a scissor. And I see the word know. I put know, knowing, and knowledge together because it's pretty much all the same. But personally, what I see, maybe you can put more light on it, but if you pretend to know something here, you're cutting yourself from the now. Like I don't know anything. I want to be
Yeah,
present. I want to learn. I want to observe. When you don't know nothing, you tend to observe. So you're observing. You need to be in the
yeah.
moment. You need to be present. So
Mm.
yeah, I see it a lot like this. Maybe you can tell us more. It's up to you to do that
Yes.
stuff. But do your magic with knowing and
See,
knowledge.
when we look at the word KNOW, how it is spelled KNOW, but when you speak it, the K is silent, right? It's no. See,
Knowing.
whenever a K is put like that, when it's silent, okay, the language makers, the makers of the language, are understanding what the thing should be in terms of its meaning. So they will make the like final verbal a certain way, but leave the hidden thing in the actual spelling. The spell is in the spelling, right? So
Yeah.
so it'll be the K of now. It's actually now there, but that now word also in no you don't speak, so you never get a feeling that I'm talking about now. Okay, when you speak that word you don't get any feel, right? That's inherent in the spelling. K means cutting up of now. Cutting up here means, K is cutter, like a cutter. By it's that thing, it's like a scissor. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's one aspect of K. So the first aspect, cutting up of now means like, okay, what are you going to do now? Sort of thing. Okay, it's a question more. It's more like a question. That's why I prefer G and O. G is also silent, like K is silent, G is silent, but G gives it gravity. Gravity means like there's a gravity of now. Every now is important, and all of the action you're going to do is in the now only. Okay, and G is more of an answer in a sense, like you know what to do, like in the now. That knowing, that
Yes.
is GNO. KNOW is more of a question. Okay, okay, you have this now.
Right.
What to do now? How to cut up, like and a lot of people are wasting the now, right? Wasting.
Most.
Okay, so they are
Most.
definitely they are definitely cutting the now. Okay, okay, so once something is being told how to use human life or human time or anything, then to apply it by actions, all actions happen in the now, right? There's no action in the past
No.
or in the future, or like in that way, all actions happen in the now. So, how to apply something in the now? So, I would say GNO was a better thing, but KNO, in a way, is a question at least. Okay, it's like, okay, if you don't know what to do now, you lose out on the now. You cut up the now. So that's for knowledge. Everything I use GNO, GNOW, because at least you are feeling a gravity of the situation. The now is important.
Yeah.
There's gravity in it. There is an importance. With the G comes the importance, the gravity of it, and your action has gravity, and you have to do the things in the now. You have to take action in the now. K doesn't communicate that urgency or that. So that's why I prefer G. But K also gives a question, at least, about the now. So
And
yeah.
that G that you use for no, is it has to do with Gnostic also? Because the
Yes.
word Gnostic is not written with a K, it's a G.
Gnostic means a gnosis, means you actually know what to do in the now. You have become aware of that, what has to be done in the now.
Okay.
Okay, that awareness, that consciousness is the G. People have a song, they want to be a G. Like, okay, what is the G? Okay, the G is like this knowing about the gravity of now and knowing what to do and to do it.
And the word knowledge, do we say knowledge because we are on the edge of hell pretending we know something?
We are always on the edge of now, actually.
Okay.
See, now is always coming. Okay, and we have to fill that up with action. We are always on the edge of now. Always.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Like in every edge you have to do.
Okay.
And that doing, which has to do with the physical body, again, all of the doing is happens with the physical body. It's not a mental thing. Okay. So people don't come to the physical and actual action in the physical. That's why they get confused as to what to do.
Yeah.
The more physical you get and the more physical understanding you have of action in a human body, the more clear you are about the G of now and the action of now. Okay. And you can handle that edge better.
And if you don't know
Yeah.
what to do in the present moment, I'm sure there's someone else who knows for you.
Yeah, there's you can learn what to do in a human body, in a human life, how to use the physical body and what are the important things, what is the key to all of that, like how to control the body, how to discipline the body. All of these are actions
Yeah.
which help in the edge of now. Yes, yes,
Not on the edge of hell, on the edge of now.
yes, yes, yes,
That's good. Okay, kind and kindness. Okay, this is a good one because we are supposed to be the human kind. We're supposed to be
yeah,
kind as human, but most of us are very ragey. That's why we have rage. We have rage in the neck.
yeah.
So
Okay.
kindness, PT, we must be
Oh,
kind.
okay. Now we get to another aspect of K. Okay, whenever ka is said, ka, kind is ka, ka. Ka means charge, charge. Okay, the first letter in Sanskrit is ka, which means charge. Okay, in the Sanskrit. So the counterpart in English is ka. Okay, but in English it can be written with C also, different times, different things. Ka sound comes with C also, not just K. So wherever it's C or whether it's K, it doesn't matter. Whether this ka sound is coming first, charge. Okay, charge. IN in D, cup. So charge in a cup.
And a
Okay,
positive charge.
a positive charge. Now, what happens is whenever there's charge in a cup, there are different charges in the cup. This charge, there's not just one charge like Earth. There are a lot of
Yeah.
different beings, different energies, different things. Now, those beings, energies have to interact with each other. And the basis of interaction has to be kindness, right? Like how that charges interact. If you don't have that basis of interaction, there'll be a problem
Chaos,
in the
chaos. Sure.
in the cup. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
so that will be charge interference. Okay, like,
Yeah,
so how do you take out charge interference in a cup? Through kindness
by being
to
kind.
each other, like the beings to each other. That's
And
like,
that's such a wonderful, beautiful quality when someone is kind and can be
yeah,
kind in situation also where other are raging. No, that person stays
yeah. I
kind
mean,
and
that
calm.
depends on uh,
Yeah.
overall attitude, internal attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the traits what leads one to higher realms. One of the qualities.
But also we live in a world where also when we're too kind, we can be taken advantage of because
Yeah.
others. So
So kindness is not what the general aspect is that you're running to help everyone. It's not like that. It is
okay.
just
Yeah.
it's just being appropriate in all situations and dealings. So you can be kind to a person in a different way, like which if you point something out, which might not be so nice to that person, they might not feel it's very nice, but you can be kind that way too, because it's good you pointed that
Yeah.
out. Okay,
It's
so
kind to say the truth also.
yeah,
Speaking
yeah,
truth is
yeah, yeah,
kind.
yeah, yeah, yes, kind. So kind
It
is
can irritate a
actual.
lot of people, but
It's a bigger thing than, and it's a misunderstood that thing. It's mostly about non-interference in a negative way, like in higher planes of existence, beings don't interfere with each other in any negative way.
yeah.
So that non-interference is a very big thing as well in
And
kindness.
also, I think maybe you
Yeah.
can confirm that, but the first person we should be kind with is ourselves because
Yes.
we are on a path of auto destruction from birth.
Your charge in a cup, which is yourself, is your charge in your cup. Your cup is your body, your spirit. charge is in this body. Obviously, then you have to be kind to that, right? To the cup
Exact.
and to the charge, to both, to the cup and to the charge. You have to be kind to both. So that aspect is there in
Yeah,
this word automatically. We also meaning
exact.
like the cup is the body and car is the charge. Car in cup. Whenever this situation is there, you have to be kind to both, to the spirit and to the body, right? So,
Exact.
so
Yeah, so it won't be hard to be kind with others also when you're kind with your own self. Your kindness will transpire, like it will show in action.
yeah, both
So
both to your
yeah,
spirit and both to your body. You're kind to both parts, not just
that's
yeah, yeah,
not just the body, the spirit, the mind, the soul,
yeah,
whatever we call it. When I was thinking about K at first, I was like looking forward. I wasn't sure, like it doesn't. There's not many words in the English language with K, but I this one came to me. It's karate.
yeah.
So
Karate. You mean karate like that martial
yeah,
art?
yeah, martial art.
Karate. Okay. In that, lot of cutting stuff is there. It's very clear, right?
Okay. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, and they do a lot of
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
cut
yeah.
like if something does an action, you cut it, you stop it, you cut it in the middle, and that's so that cutting of Ra is energy, solar energy. Okay, crossing of energy T
Exact.
E. So some energy which is coming towards you, how you deal with it, if it's offensive, defensive, all of these things, and the cuts as per that. That's all. Yeah,
Because any being coming to you and you fight them with your martial art,
yeah,
these are exactly being
yeah,
of light, being of
yeah.
sun beings. We're all sun beings.
Yes, yes,
Like
yes. And this is not always physical. It can be in different ways. You can cut in different ways. It's not just physical something.
the movement in karate are very like yeah, like a cut.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of discipline first of all to go through all the stages, the belts and
Yes.
stuff. So yeah,
Yes.
it can you can learn something in there for sure. Kayak is the other one. I have one
Yeah.
myself. I'm about to put it
Yeah.
on the river. I said, why
Yeah.
not bring kayak?
Okay. The Aya earlier was a term for water. AYA. Aya in olden
Aya.
languages.
Ah,
Yeah.
aya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And there are two Ks.
Yeah.
One in the beginning, one in the end. Okay. Now, kayak cuts through the water, right?
Yes.
And when you are, that's one thing. Another case for like you have to cut the water too.
You go from one side and
Yeah,
another
you
all
have
the
to cut.
time, eh?
You have to cut the water, cut the
Yeah.
water in order to for it to
Yeah.
move forward. So first you're cutting through the water. The kayak cuts through the water, and your hand motion has to cut. So there are two cuts
Makes
in it
sense. Yeah.
on water. Aya like is old.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense for kayak. Yeah. Keep. Now, keeper, keeping, because
Yeah,
that's something a lot of people do. They keep everything from themselves. It's better
yeah.
to share than to
Okay.
keep.
It's everything is necessary. Sometimes it's necessary to keep. You will keep some food inside your house, otherwise you will not
Okay,
have
yeah.
enough. Yeah.
If you
Okay.
don't keep food, you'll starve.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like
Okay,
see, keep is just cutting up of energy. Okay, into like the e's are one is bigger energy and other is smaller energy. You take a bigger energy and you make it smaller parts. Okay, or you take smaller parts, make it a bigger part,
yeah.
and then you keep it. Like it's just like for example, if you have grains, okay, and you put the all grains together into one bag, and then yeah, okay, this energy particle small, you make it into one big energy container, and then you keep it like, and the p is here is the axis. So energy is always rotating around the axis like this. Okay, now you're taking little bits of this energy and storing them, cutting and storing. Like for example, crops are cut, and then you take that in grains, and then you keep.
Keep it.
Okay, so there's a
Mm,
lot of cutting, always cutting involved. There's no keeping without cutting. You have to make something. Even if you make a furniture, you have to cut a tree, turn it into a table, chair, right? And then you keep it, right? You're dealing with some big energy, you turn it into something, another energy form, like furniture. Then you keep the furniture. Okay. I don't think there's any keep without K. Like it's possible. Like, in nature. Like there is no.
And
So
from the word keep comes also kept. With
yeah,
there is PT in there.
yeah, yeah. Kept means if something is more permanent. Okay, the sense of permanent has pt in it. You know the word permanent. P
Yeah.
is the beginning, T is the end. So PT word is always permanent, which is the axis, which is continuously there, forever, immortal. These kind of permanent
Yeah.
keeping. So kept for like ages, kept there for, and
Kept
it
for
is the
ages.
past,
Yeah.
and the past also, PAST, past, because kept is past tense. Okay, so the past is also coming, permanent is also coming. There are different aspects to it, but the past aspect is also there, PAST. So,
Good. Key. Keyword. Keynote. Everyone carry keys.
yes,
So
yes, is
key.
very important. Okay,
Yeah.
but I mean, if you look at a key, like it goes into a lock, right? You know,
Yes.
and key is there's some K, like some knife sort of K thing goes into the lock. Okay, and energy, E energy, and Y is two ways, which this way, that way. That's when they go in and check like which way will this move, and then it opens when you take choose the right direction. Okay, the Y is always the option, right? Energy is there, lock of energy, lock as energy, right? Like, and how does that K, what kind of cut you'll have to make in order to open the energy lock through making the Y decision. So lock and key is the physical representation of it, right? And then you can apply it to anything in the universe. It functions on all levels. Whether you make it keynote or you can make it keys in music.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. They have keynote speaker and stuff.
it means the note which is the key to the answer to whatever is being talked about. Yeah, which will open up that lock of understanding that K E Y. I mean, those things are very clear in that word, like what they
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. No, that's it. It's three letters. So it's easy to make sense of what you're saying. It's three
Yes,
letters.
yes.
Okay, next, kid and kidnapping. That's one that's always like, I'm like, what is that?
Okay.
Kidnapping.
Uh,
Then you put your kid to nap and they be
okay.
kidnapped. Like, what is that?
Okay. The cutting K of ID. ID is id. Id means yourself, your sense of self.
Okay.
Okay. So when you're not very clear about your sense of self, you are kiddish. Kiddish means you're not aware, you're not conscious, you are frivolous. That's why, like they say, kidding around. If you're kidding around, you're not really serious, right? And that kid means that's why I always tell the difference between the word child and kid. Both can be 5 years old. One can be called a child and one can be called a kid. The child has more a better awareness of this. Its id is not cut. Its id is intact. Its sense of self is
Uh,
more intact and clear. And the in the kid, it's not. Okay, so it can turn into a brat or it can turn into a. So
so that's maybe a little bit why we say we raise our kids, because
yes,
raising, you can raise your beard, you can, it's cutting the air in your face, so
yeah,
you're cutting the grass under their foot, and you even cut their identity
yeah. And identity is
by
not good.
programming them in that evil system
Yeah,
every earth
so
that
that
we
is K. When the ID is not clear, so that's why kid is not a kid is a negative term in that way. Kidding.
yeah, that's it.
It's because it's a cutting up of the ID where the ID is not clear. Like id is a good thing, and kid is a little bit of a problem. So
Wow, that's an important one. Yeah.
yeah. So
And then you go on, you do some kidding. Oh, never mind, I'm just kidding.
yes, 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 yes,
Yeah, you're
yeah,
kidding. Yeah, yeah.
yes, yes, yes. So you
And
got the
and
yeah.
the other one too I had, we say often, okay.
Yes. So I mean, the thing is, in okay and stuff is that like if there is a reason for cutting, like crops are cut for you to eat, it's okay, right? To do that, like okay, it's fine. Like okay, so okay can be used only where the K is fine. which circle means like it forms in the circle of life. It somehow works for the circle of life. There's always circle of life, right? Like, so if circle of life is working through that and there is no problem in that circle, then it's okay. That K is okay. Otherwise, it's not. Okay. So you O means the big picture, right? But we'll describe that when we start with the letter O. Like it'll be too much right now.
Now, king and kingdom,
Okay.
because
Okay.
there's another thing to
Yeah.
called kingdom,
Okay.
not
Uh,
without the G.
okay. Yeah. The
So,
point is, it's G is important out there. In the
okay.
king, there's a charge ion in G. G means gravity. So whatever charge has more gravity, okay, it has more meaning. It has more overall picture, which can see the bigger picture, or it is the more in gravity more, means it's more coherent, it's more evolved. That is automatically the king. Okay, so it's kaing, it's Kaing. Okay, charging. You know, when your battery is charging, like, okay, like something which will, um, if king becomes a king of a kingdom inside the dome, like the space, then that has to be charging the beings there, raising them, being good for them. Okay,
Yeah.
just like you charge your, so the car aspect is important in that, in the king words. So but so it should be written Kaing, King, not just K. It's a ka thing, ka charge
Yeah.
in gravity, like, yeah.
So, king doesn't always refer to royalties.
It refers to any being which is at that level, which can be good for other beings as a whole, their presence, and they
Yeah.
can create a sort of like whatever, like rules or things which help everyone evolve and take care of any kind of space in the right
I
way.
say it. I said it sometimes. I'm the king in my house.
Yeah,
I'm the king in the house. Like when my children argue about something,
yeah,
I'm the king in here.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
It's called being in charge, right? There's a
I'm
word
in
in charge.
charge.
In charge. Okay, now in charge, somebody has to be in charge in
Yeah,
every space.
exactly.
Okay, yeah, and so that's where the K will car charge in charge. Same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And I've seen very, if I can say, alpha male out there on the internet calling themselves king and stuff, and really, like, I'm like, yeah, it fits. It fits.
I mean, you, if you are doing something, you don't have to call yourself, but it'll automatically be clear by your actions. Actually, like, whatever the thing is.
Knife, knife, but you pronounce a little bit the K in there. It's knife,
It's a little bit, yeah, but
a
it's
little bit.
mostly empty. But
Yeah,
but knife is a very cutting thing, right? It's a very sharp cutting object. So the K is very clear. They had to put K in that spelling. You know, they couldn't have NIFE. The first IF actually here IFE is for phi. Actually, IFE is for phi ratio and neutral. So it's cutting up of the phi ratio in neutral ways. Neutral ways means like, okay, when you cut vegetables and
yeah,
that thing for cooking, you're being neutral, like as a whole, to the universe and to yourself or everything, like for need. And so these kind of things, so it's a neutrality aspect of cutting, which is important again for the big picture. So neutral, that's why N word is there, the neutral word. It's only a tool if used neutrally. Otherwise knife can be a dangerous thing if it's not used neutrally, like, so.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it's,
We're gonna finish with three words. I have three here. We're gonna do night.
so now KNIGHT right now.
Yeah,
The thing is, here K is for charge, okay, and cutting both. And night means like the nights which were aware and awake even during night. Like they had a 24-hour thing that they can be called for help anytime.
yes,
Anyone can anytime, 24 hours, like day or night. They are ready and they are that thing. And in day, mostly people are ready, right? But night they're not. So they, you say, okay, if somebody's going to be ready night too, What do we call that? Means like awake, charged in night. K in night.
Okay.
Okay. That's and ready for cutting also if required in night. Like so it means everything in night as well because a day is a given thing.
Okay, we cannot use do the letter K without karma.
Very simple. Like okay, karma is very ka, charge, r, rotation, ma, matter. Charge rotating to matter. Okay, so whenever matter means your physical body, when you get matter, you do action through it. That action is the charge which creates kar, karma.
Karma.
It's which has become ma now. Karma. It's ma is enough for matter. Ma sound. You don't have to wear ma like, but ma is fine. So karma. So ka charge rotation into matter. That's it.
Also, karma is, could it be positive? Can you have a positive karma or
Obviously,
something? Or it's
obviously,
mostly
if your action raises you higher, your action creates charge. Your action will create what? Ka charge. Now that charge, if it's positive, will take you higher like this.
I don't know. It's something I see in the word, but there's also karma. In karma, there's Mar. And Mar is Mars, is the god of war.
Ours is not God of War exactly. It is the
No?
son of. It is the son of Earth. It's
Son
son
of
of
Earth.
Ma. Ma
Okay,
matter.
whoa. Oh, I
Ma.
heard god of war
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
or
but
something.
that is also can be used like it's just Ma means matter and rotation.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, when we reach
I,
M, we will go into that.
I'm going too far by mixing the
Yeah,
letters
yeah,
together.
yes.
Okay, perfect. Kosher. Last one. Kosher.
Kosher Kabbalah, like let's look at the Jewish terms,
Kosher
right?
Kabbalah. I had
Kabbalah.
Kabbalah
So,
also. Là.
so Kabbalah is again charge, ka, and ba and la. Okay. So charge, ba
Bar.
is vehicle. Okay. L is turning. The charge vehicle turning. That's so which is like ways beings navigate in the universe. You know, they are all charged vehicles which are taking directions and going in different directions, either to higher realm, to lower realm, or within Earth, or within whatever different things they are doing. So it's just a term for that. Okay, and like the word kosher. Okay, it's come from charge, which is quiet. Sure is quiet. Okay, energy recursive quietness. Quietness means which has reached a still point. Okay, if something has reached a still point, charge has reached a still point, then it will not cannot affect you negatively. So something which cannot affect you negatively, okay, which they call kosher in food, in terms of whatever it just means something which cannot affect you negatively in terms of charge, because it has reached a still point within itself. So that's all it is. So
Wow, that was very, very interesting once again.
yeah.
Large up, PT. That's it for the letter K.